Freshman phenom AJ Dybantsa making his NCAA tournament debut. 6-seed BYU taking on the 11-seed Texas. And the Big 12 Freshman of the Year put on a show in the first half, carrying the Cougars. Had 20 points. Rest of BYU combined for 17. Just two players other than Dybantsa scored for the Cougars. When asked how to slow him down, Texas head coach Sean Miller said, quote, "I don't think we can, Matt."
No, they couldn't, and the only other player that got even to double figures on this night for BYU was Rob Wright. We got everything we wanted out of Dybantsa, but would it be enough?
How about Matas Vokatitis driving and dunking, John?
Big fella came to play. He's had a really good last two games. Love what I'm seeing from him.
Final seconds of the half, Tremont Mark on the mark. Drills it at the buzzer at the game winner against NC State on Tuesday. Huge moment for him early on. Mid-second, Dalen Swain driving baseline, the reverse acrobatic. Oh, that was so nice. Ensuing Cougars possession, Dybantsa drives, but blocked by Mark. Moments later, Dybantsa ripped by Mark in transition. Goes up for the layup. Dybantsa there for the contest, called for the clear goaltend.
It's a clear goaltend. It's a really impressive play. But we got a little bit of everything from Dybantsa. Like, he did not play a flawless game, had some turnovers, and Texas bothered him with the physicality.
Under 6 minutes left, Dybantsa, top of the key, drains it, down 8. First freshman with 30 points in an NCAA tournament debut since Steph Curry in 2007. 2 minutes later, Vokatitis gets his own rebound, up and in, muscles it, up 8. He finished with 23 points, 16 boards, but he struggled at the free throw line. Just over 90 seconds left. Swain to Jordan Pope, corner 3 ball. Texas beats BYU 79-71. And John, safe to say that was the final time we will see AJ Dybantsa in a BYU uniform.
Final time, and Texas said 6th Street can wait.
They said, we're about to AJ Dybantsa. That's what they did. Longhorns earning their 4th straight round of 64 win. BYU finished 7 of 11 in the final 8 games after a 16-1 start, and they get knocked out here in the first round in the West region. AJ Dybantsa, the first freshman all-time with 35 points and 10 rebounds in a tournament game. Now we expect off to the NBA as either the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick. All right, back here with Matt Norlander and John Henson. And look, John, when BYU is relying so much on AJ Dybantsa, Richie Saunders out for the season, and you got Robert Wright III. It's Dybantsa, Robert Wright III, and everybody else. And no disrespect to that team, but this is why we thought they would have an early exit, because they just weren't deep enough, and that played out today.
I kind of look at Dybantsa like, if I'm playing him, I'm saying, hey, look, let him go get his tough twos, score 40 points. If he scores 40 and beats us on tough twos, we'll live. And then, credit to this Texas team. They've been Jekyll and Hyde. They beat Alabama. They beat Vandy. They were up 3 on Florida. They were up 3 against Kentucky at the half as well at Rupp. So this is a team that has the capability to be really good, and they're showing it. I think they're riding a little bit of momentum off the first 4. We've seen this before in the tournament. Well, first 4 team has won every year a game, I believe. So
just about only 2.
Not last year.
No, it was only twice,
right.
though. First 4 started in 2011.
Right.
Yeah, it's a wicked turnaround, too, by the way. They've had to play in Dayton on Tuesday night, fly from Dayton to Portland. Didn't even get the last tip here on this night, but they get it done. Credit to Sean Miller. Sean Miller knows how to coach a little bit. Like, his team has been disappointing for sure. Vokatitis is a problem, and we saw that here. So credit to Texas for getting that win, but I know we're talking primarily BYU and Dybantsa right here. Listen, 35-10 in almost all likelihood his final college game, of course. He's in the discussion to go number 1 in the NBA draft. Man, it's just a reminder that the tournament can be so fleeting. Like, we have these long seasons and we've got this wild window on a Thursday night, and you look up and it's like, poof, it's done. BYU's out. AJ Dybantsa's college career has come and gone. They didn't have Richie Saunders. If Saunders had played in this game, had been healthy and not suffered a season-ending ACL injury, yeah, I do think BYU wins, but it didn't. And got to mention, they did not go to him enough down the stretch. Dybantsa's got to have the ball in his hand, give him the opportunity to win the game for you. Didn't happen. 2 of the final 3 possessions, it just straight up did not happen. You just can't let it lead to that point. So BYU ultimately, this was a disappointing season. You get a once-in-a-generation, arguably once-in-a-lifetime level recruit to your campus in Dybantsa, who could well go on to be a Hall of Fame level player. And what do you get? You get a 6 seed. You weren't able to be one of the best teams in a very top-heavy competitive Big 12. Dybantsa was excellent, going to lead the nation in scoring this season, be one of the rare freshmen to do so, and good on him, first-team All-American, the whole thing. But team game. Dybantsa's a great team player. In fact, I thought he actually dished one that he should have shot in the final minute there. And without the defensive prowess and without one other bugaboo, his coaching staff knows this is true as well. BYU could not get out of its own way in the first 10 minutes of games so often this season. That started back in November. It plagued them. It cost them. It had 4 or 5 losses in the season that could have flipped to wins if they had simply got off to a better start. It happened again here. Texas was in control for the majority of the night.
Well, they asked Sean Miller, how can you stop AJ Dybantsa? He says, I don't think we can. And they really didn't. He did have 5 turnovers in this game. Look, John, you play in the NBA. Is this the last time we saw him play college basketball?
I think so. I mean, the second pick's getting $50 million.
Yeah.
When I was going in, it was a maybe. But now, I mean, you're top 5. I mean, if you're top 10, you're getting, lifetime, life-changing money. He's gone, man, and I love his game. I mean, to lead college basketball in scoring and be the focal point in the Big 12, he's going to be one of those guys that gets buckets for a long, long time in the association.
We brought up Matas Vokatitis' name. And look, he had 23 points. He had 16 rebounds. But he was 3 of 11 from the free throw line, John. That's a problem. He's a problem scoring the bucket, but that's a problem late in games, especially here in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, not being able to hit free throws down the stretch is crucial when you talk about winning and losing in these close games. We saw the kids with Carolina. They hit their 1-and-1s. They probably walk out of there with a W. So he's going to have to figure that out because, trust me, next game they will be keying in on that, and potentially down the stretch when they need a couple extra possessions, they may get the foul treatment early to see if they can kind of get some more possessions and win. So he's got to figure that out, but, I mean, what a player. Double-double. He's a big boy. I think he's going to make a lot of money next year.
16 boards, too, by the way.
It's incredible.
He was good. Dalen Swain, who's got some real swag to his game, he had 14. Tremont Mark, who hit the winner to even get him in this spot to begin with, he gets 19. It was a really well-coached game for when you consider the circumstances that Texas had going into this. You basically have a day to prep against the potential #1 pick in the draft. You got to fly across 2 different time zones and turn yourself around and try and get ready for this. They got it done. I mean, the NCAA tournament can really adjust the way that you look at a season. Look at what happened to Carolina. Like, it is in such a worse spot in the nature of not just when it lost, but how it lost. Look at BYU. Gets in as a 6th seed. Okay, but can we, we looked okay in the Big 12 tournament. Can we get a win or 2 and actually end this thing on a good note? No, that's out the window. Meanwhile, Texas, it's got 2 NCAA tournament wins already after having an up and down season in year 1 under Miller. Good for them, good for the program. Miller's a really good coach. Obviously, has been in this tournament many, many times, and we'll see what Texas can do here. What kind of noise that it can make on Saturday as it gets a little time to settle itself before it turns around and plays in the second round.
You'd be surprised if AJ Dybantsa came back, right? Like you talked with him, you've had plenty of conversations.
I really don't want to entertain this. However, I will say this: when I talked to Dybantsa at the Big 12 tournament, I was talking with him at his locker, and we were kind of just talking casually. Like I'd put my phone away, and I was like, "You're not," because he had told local media, like he gave a little a Cheshire Cat grin. And he goes, why do you think I'm joking about this? Like, why wouldn't I come back? I was like, because you're going to be a top 2 pick and you're going to get insane money. He's like, yeah, but I like defying people's expectations. Like, I like doing stuff that maybe people have never done before. And we kind of left it like that.
It's fair.
I don't believe him.
I think he's trolling.
He's trolling, but he's got a wonderful personality. But that's the only reason why. That's maybe just ever so slightly out there. AJ, go have a wonderful NBA career. You were a blast to watch in your one-and-done season at BYU.
AJ Dybantsa, the first player with 35 points and 10 rebounds in a tournament game since Zach Edey in the 2024 National Championship game, a game that they lost. So Dybantsa finishing up what we expect, a incredible freshman season at BYU. Now his next stop is on to the NBA. Your next stop is the March Madness Live app if you don't already have it. Don't miss a moment of the action on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. Download the March Madness Live app right now to watch every game, anywhere, anytime, live.